Welcome back, everyone, to another Disco Inferno YouTube channel video. I am so sad. Mafia March is over. I know. It was a lot of fun. Did y'all like that tape? Had to give y'all a little something extra, you know what I'm saying? Well, it is time to leave them behind for now. Let's talk about our first artist to really transition us back into the typical weekly artist rotation. Let's talk about Ski Mask the Slump God. The same kind of rapper that all of Mafia March was about. I'm kidding with that one. Overall, I really enjoyed the Ski Mask experience, you know. He is truly one of those that could have, I feel that Ski Mask could have done a lot better. Like, looking at YouTube Music, he's got 2.76 million in his monthly audience, almost 2 million subscribers on YouTube Music, which, that's pretty good. Some of these guys I've listened to have 60, period. But I feel that Ski Mask could have been a lot more popular and a lot more seen as impactful if a lot more of the legends from his time and his space lived. Of course, you can't really talk about Ski Mask the Slump God without talking about XXX Tentacion, R.I.P., right? But then even outside of that, working in the same SoundCloud space, you got Lil Peep, you got Juice WRLD collabed with Ski a few times. You've got Pop Smoke, even not quite the same, but kind of. If you want to go back to SoundCloud, Lil Uzi, maybe even a Kodak. Now I know Uzi and Kodak are still alive, but I feel like a lot more people would have been drawn to Ski if Juice, sorry, 2:30 in the morning, Juice and XXX had lived, because they would have made their influence known, and with that, Ski would have had a rise in popularity, because Ski was really good friends with these guys before they died, and that's not something you hear talked about a lot anymore. But regardless of all of that, I think he deserves some love. I think we should give it to him. My whole audience of 10 people is going to impact his numbers. I probably gave him more numbers on my full catalog listen through than my 10 people audience will be able to do, period. Unless all of you watching go through and listen to his whole discography. But even then, that's still only 10 people. Let's talk albums, alright? Because, oh boy, there are some to pick from. If you go to his album section, a couple of them are just mixtapes. One of them literally says the mixtape in the name. The other one, Beware the Book of Eli, if you click on it and open it, the little description says, Beware the Book of Eli is the third mixtape but they're still in the album section. Wish you could see the confused look on my face. Yeah. If I had to pick a favorite album, look, you can't go wrong with You Will Regret. For me, it was either between Stokely and You Will Regret. 11th Dimension had some sort of pull towards me, but yeah, it was either You Will Regret or Stokely. Both bangers from 2018, but You Will Regret is just a very well put together album here. I mean, Catch Me Outside. The second track on it is Take a Step Back with X, which is I wouldn't say one of my favorite songs of all time, but like it's definitely a good one that I do come back to often. I like how they scream fuck. But even like I Remember Rambo, I know Baby Wipe is crazy popular. The interlude Gone, I think I remember that, because I think I remember it sounded like something else. Energy, for some reason, is stuck in my head. I don't know why. But it's just a nice solid album front to back. If you like that, go for it. Also, I would recommend Stokely too. That one's got some good ones on it too. I mean, you got Wake Up with Nope You Don't. That's the other one. You got Nuketown with Juice WRLD. La La. Save Me Part 2 I actually liked. Adult Swim. Far Gone with Lil Baby. Cat Piss with Lil Yachty. Why'd you have to call it Cat Piss? I'm sorry. Faucet Failure. All good songs. Even 11th Dimension has some good ones on it too. I mean, I personally fuck with Monsters Inc. It's got a Future feature on it. I fuck with Wake Up with Juice WRLD. Like, where's it at? Yeah, Mandalorian. That one's good too. I like that song. It's just a good kind of sorry, I got distracted halfway through that sentence before the sentence formulated. He's got a nice good discography, a little one compared like album wise comparatively to some people I've had to listen to. It's small, but that's not a bad thing in this case. I got distracted looking at the Lost Files, which has got some good ones on there, including a Lil Pump song. Let's talk single songs, because this is possibly where he shines the most. In a single song, he can do so much. I'm trying to find one. I have a few picks that I have a few picks for my favorite ones, but I wanna preface with some honorable mentions, as I do. The acoustic cover of Adult Swim kind of slaps. I just want to give a shout out to that one. Ooga Booga, of course. I kind of fucked with Cowbell Warriors. That one kind of went off. If you go to his page right now, 3 of the 4 most recent singles are songs he did with X a while back. Any of those ones are good. Broly, Fatality, I Watched Him Drown, all of those are good. Wake Up, as I mentioned on 11th Dimension, the one with Juice WRLD, good. I even liked Spin, Rolling Loud, Ski Mask, and Kyle Rich. I liked it. But, I mean, gotta mention Florida Water too. Not one of my favorites. In fact, towards the bottom. But I know it's a pretty iconic song. As far as my favorite songs, I'll give you a top 3. How about that? You get a top 3 of favorite ski songs. Number 3, I'll give it to Take a Step Back. The one with X. It's a very loud song, but I fuck with it. Number 2, this one I come back to a bit more often, even before I did my listens. Catch Me Outside 2. For some reason, that one rings better in my head than Catch Me Outside, the first one. So, whatever. I don't know. It just hits with me. Number 1, though, I'm going to have to give it to a song that I don't think a lot of people heard. And that would be Unseen. It's a ski song with Henry Daher. I don't know the guy, but the soundscape in that song, along with the almost angelic saxophone playing, which I can almost assuredly say was not ski, it's just such a good environment that it put me in the right place to enjoy the song. So I'd have to say that's my favorite one. I don't know if I'll come back to it often because it's such a specific, I need to be able to just, absorb into the song type of thing. So I might not come back to this as often as my number 2 or number 3 pick, but I still wanted to give this the number 1 because when I sat and I was like, what is my favorite song? This was the first thing that came to mind. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, I think you know what time it is. Spin that wheel. Oh, I didn't go full screen with it. Spin that wheel. Yay. Are we ready? Whee! Hope it's a name I know off the top of my head. Whee! Pimp C of UGK fame. Oh. What a guy. Because I spun Pimp C, I'm also gonna do Bun B and the UGK group projects. I mean, you gotta, right? Just so I can, as I've said before, this wheel is very big, and I want to try and get through a lot of it in a decent amount of time. I would rather not still be doing this for the rest of my life. At some point, I want to be able to know enough about these people. Maybe not all of them, but enough of the people that still make music that I can keep up with albums dropping, you know what I mean? Because Some of this is for looking back and being able to listen and be like, because I've always had a deep appreciation for the old school type of hip hop, right? I've always had that appreciation. It's where the art form truly started. Let's make the wheel go away. I'll always love that, right? I love that sound, but I recognize that, like, that's not how it sounds anymore, right? Now, I'm not saying that, like, we should go back, because I think what we do now, what we did in between, all of it was equally as good. What I'm trying to say is I want to have the deep appreciation and knowledge. I want to gain the knowledge of the old school and be able to truly put into words like the deep appreciation I have for it. But then I also do want to have the knowledge to be well versed in the common scope of what's happening in the hip hop world. And I want both. And the sooner this series ends, the sooner I get to that point. So I'm gonna keep going. Oh, I spun the person. Let's do the whole group, shall we? Even if it does, I would rather spend 2 weeks listening to 7 people and a group than 8 weeks listening to 7 people in a group, just more spaced out. That, I'll just put it that way. That was not a very concise way to say anything of what I just said, but I wanted to say it, so I did. With all that being said, I love y'all. I'm glad y'all watch my videos. It gives me a reason to keep doing this. I don't do it for the views, but the views is a nice touch, because it means that someone else at least saw what I do, and that makes me feel good. I'm gonna keep doing me, and I want you to keep doing you. You know? Peace, love, everything nice. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. I'll catch you in the next one. And shoddy, keep on burning up that dance floor.